In Benue State, where President Tinubu yesterday described the recent killings in Benue State as depressing, declaring that this must stop as government will not let the bloodletting in the state continue. President Tinubu, in a statement by his advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, renewed his order in the wake of the latest round of attacks, which had led to the deaths of many people. On the president's directive, intelligence chiefs, the police and the military have arrived in the state to direct security operations and restore sanity. He called on Governor Hyacinth Alia to convene a meeting of the warring factions for lasting peace. Also, Pope Leo XIV yesterday expressed deep sorrow at the murderous attacks on Benue State, which resulted in the massacre of about 200 people. The Pope spoke during Mass at the Vatican, and he offered solemn prayers for the deceased and Nigeria in general. Of the day.
Couple of things, Vimba, thank you so much. Number one, I feel very sad this morning about Benue, and I must have to repeat, it is another one too many in our country. And when will all of this disaster end in Benue? And what would our leadership do about it? President Tinubu, it's not just about statements and telling the governor to go settle and instructing security agents. It's about being on ground the very first day. President Tinubu, you tweeted when we had our Boko Haram problems, when Goodluck Jonathan was president, that the buck stops with the commander-in-chief. We are repeating those your tweets to you today. What are you going to do about Benue? Over 200 people killed in that way and manner. People burned to death. I thought the other day the military said that they had deployed and now their theater of command will be at Benue to be able to forestall crises like this. So why do we still have crises like this? And for the security agents, I know you had to protect life and property, but disrupting the protesters for protesting peacefully about the killings of their people, is that the way to go? Do you think those protesters would just love to come out and protest if their people are safe and sound? The Pope made a prayer for Benue, and that beamed the searchlight of the world on Benue. A lot of killing. We've not sorted it out. I think we should focus on Benue. I think we should not remind President Tinubu to at least visit the people there and give them succor. I want to focus on Benue this morning because I don't want to focus on the aberration our politicians are doing, that they are more concerned about endorsements and coalition ticket between President Tinubu and Kashim Shettima when Benue is burning. This is an indictment on our politicians that all they have constantly talked about this week is about endorsing President Tinubu for 2027. When Benue is burning, when there's rampant insecurity in the country, when the state of the economy is unpalatable, there's high level of inflation, there's pain and penury, when we demand accountability and we don't see it, when Nigerians ask why 39 billion will be spent to renovate an ICC, and all they'll tell us is that we don't have class and we don't have tastes. Yes, we don't have class, we don't have taste, we are poor. But at least show that we have decency to respond by giving us a proper breakdown of what the project cost entails. That's just all we want with accountability. So my focus is on Benue this morning. I don't want to spare my thought talking about politicking and politicians trying to think of the next election. When Benue is on fire, dreams will never come back, people will never come back home, people are dead and gone forever because their country failed them. Anyway, I'm not surprised that politicians are thinking of the next elections, because leaders think of the next generation and politicians will always think of the next election. After the next election, what will happen to Benue? I think it's a seminal moment for all of us to introspect this morning. We are not doing well as a nation. My heart goes out to the people in Benue.
Thank you so much.
Benue. What is happening in Benue is very sad. Within a space of 61 days, 270 people were killed in Benue, across 10 local government areas. prompting the Chief of Army Staff to go to Benue to relocate there with some of his officials. He addressed the troops. He went round. That was in the first week of June. It is most unfortunate that the Chief of Army Staff, General Olukoyede, had hardly left the place and trouble started again. Last week, Friday, I think, 25 persons were killed in Makurdi local government area. By Sunday, 100 persons have been killed, displaced, exterminated in Yelwata, in Guma local government area. The situation in Benue, if you cost it, 270 people killed, another 125 persons killed. You know, what they have in Benue State is a complete state of anarchy. And I think that the Nigerian government has a responsibility to ensure peace, not just in Benue, but in all parts of this country. After all, the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 14, sub 2 thereof, says that the security and the welfare of the people shall be the responsibility of government. Shall. It's not a matter of opinion. Shall. It is obligatory. The same Constitution talks about the right to human dignity. The same Constitution talks about right to life. Now in Benue State, people are being denied all these rights, whether under Chapter 2 or Chapter 4 of the Constitution. So it's a matter of urgency, emergency. I'm not saying they should go there and declare state of emergency. I'm just saying that this is an issue of urgent national importance. We have had Father Hyacinth Alia, the governor, on this program before. He's as helpless as anybody. The president is saying Alia should go and organize meetings. They've been organizing meetings on conflicts on the plateau and in that region for over decades, for over 3 decades. We have not been able to find a solution to it. So the Nigerian government has a responsibility to address this problem, whatever it takes. And the Pope has intervened. The Pope prayed for us. Well, we thank the Pope. Northern Christian Association of Nigeria is also saying that the government must act. Indeed, the killings in the Benue must stop. And the buck stops at the desk of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Absolutely. It is concerning.